I truly can't think of many things that are more anxiety inducing than a first date. Like, you sit down and immediately get hit with the tell me about yourself, which makes me personally forget literally every single thing about myself. I think that anything that makes the experience of dating a little less anxiety inducing, with Bumble you can get to know potential partners, potential dates, potential matches from their profiles, from their interest badges. You can chat with them before you meet them. You might actually have something to talk about by the time you sit down on that first date, and you're not going to have that dead air while you try to remember one single interest of yours to tell them. And honestly, another feature that's great is that you can do incognito mode. So if you want to slowly creep back into the dating world, you can use incognito mode, which means that you'll only be seen by people you've already swiped right on. We love that. So take a little bit of the anxiety out of dating with Bumble. It'll always be anxiety inducing, but call me crazy, but you might even enjoy yourself. Your girlfriends will be like, you can have any guy you want. And I'm like, no, I can have any guy I don't want. We're literally talking about a guy that I want that I can't have. What a thing to say.
Today's dating and society is just horrible. The new texting is getting to know you. People easily can move on to somebody else with a quick sliding in their DMs or getting on a dating app. Sleeping with other people is so much easier than working hard for it. People don't want to make effort anymore. We don't set up dates. We ask you, where do you want to go eat? What are you craving? Nah, man. Back in the days, you had to make effort. The 80s and 90s love is so much different. You had to actually talk to them. You had to call them. We didn't have FaceTime. We'd meet up for coffee. We would get to know each other, and we build a future together. Today's society is, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And then you get ghosted, or you get used, and then they find somebody else. No one cares about your feelings anymore. The society of dating is crap. It literally makes me sick to my stomach. And to be honest with you, I'd rather stay single until I find that old school love. I'm nobody's temporary. I'm someone's forever. You better remember that.
A lot of these girls, they really just trying to catch you at the finish line, especially if you 18 to 25, 26. If you not really much in position financially, or you got things going on and you on your grind, it's very much rare to find a girl that's really gonna stick by your side and not be infatuated with what she's seen on the internet and feeling like she has to come back to you with that BS to, to compare or make you feel like you need to meet those expectations.
That you really have to talk to a man these days like he's a preschooler. You can't just simply ask, are you dating anybody else? Because he'll be like, no. You have to ask, are there any other girls that think they're dating you? And then watch him squirm, because he's not ready for that one. People ask, why are you single? Why am I single? Let me tell you. A, it is impossible to find a good guy. I think. I actually wouldn't know, because I tend to only focus on guys that are not good guys. So I don't. One of the hardest things about trying to date and trying to find a suitable man is that I don't think I'll ever find anybody as funny and silly and goofy and fun as my 3 best girlfriends. And they're taken. So I don't know what am I supposed to do?
What do you think the issue is with dating right now?
The proportions of men and women, the number of people on dating apps, that's the problem. Dating has become a numbers game. I have 5 to 6 active matches on any current dating app. I've seen my friends, my female friends, having thousands of matches on every app. Every guy has to put in the effort to make the conversation interesting, grab the attention, take the charge, take the lead, and convert into date. One wrong message, you're gone. Your message is gone out of the stack. The problem is the ratio of number of people on apps, females versus males on dating apps.
You could have a 2020 Mustang and the next guy has a 2022
Mustang.
and she's going with him because of it.
I get where you're coming from, because usually that's the case. Because if the guy's taller than you, if the guy's smarter than you, I'm invisible. Yeah, that's usually the case. Yes, usually yes.
Irony that as women we spend more time wondering what men are thinking than men actually spend thinking. How does make it make sense?
Maybe dating apps are just a necessary evil. So first, a quick backstory. Tonight I'm going on a date with a woman that I'm pretty excited about. We've gone on a couple dates before, and she wants to meet up tonight and just do a puzzle, just have like a quiet little in-night with just the two of us. And I'm pretty excited about it. But the whole day, all I've been able to think about are all these people who are like, delete your dating app, go outside, go out into the world and go find somebody. I think that if I took their advice seriously, I would have never met this woman. This woman works a lot. She's working on her master's degree. She volunteers for a lot of stuff. She's very busy. She doesn't have a lot of free time. But when she does have free time and she wants to meet up with me, she wants to do something kind of cute, kind of quiet, kind of just low-key, because her life is kind of busy. But she's not like out. She's not at bars. She's not at clubs. She's not putting herself out there. And if I limited myself to the people I find at bars, I would have never found a woman like this. She likes hanging out inside. She likes knitting. She likes baking. These are not activities where you're just like running into people on the street. If I took people's advice and I deleted my dating apps and I went outside and I tried to find a woman like this, I would have to walk through a neighborhood with binoculars, looking through people's living room windows, trying to see if they're doing a puzzle or something quaint inside, and then knocking on the door and asking if they're single and available and want to go out, which is insane behavior. So, as I'm getting ready to go on this date later tonight, all I can think about is, I hate dating apps. I fucking hate them. I really, really fucking hate them. But without them, I would have never met this woman. So they're kind of a necessary evil. That's where the people are. That's where single people are these days in the year 2025. What do you think? Are they a necessary evil? If we got rid of them, would the world be a better place? Would people just go outside and start meeting people again? Is that a realistic expectation?
So I'm about to go on my first date of 2025. I met this guy around 3 days ago on a dating app, and we decided to go eat brunch today. I'm kind of nervous because I think he doesn't speak English. We've been speaking Spanish the whole time. And my Spanish, I feel like it's so trash. Even though it's really not, but it is. Finally, someone my age. But yeah, he's on his way and I'm low-key nervous. And my nails are not done. I straightened my hair because I didn't want to look like a wet dog. And I texted my friend last night and I sent her a screenshot of his picture. And she was like, to be honest, he's not your type. I'm like, he's cute. To me, he's cute. He's not tatted, but we'll see how it goes. So update, we went to brunch. When he picked me up, we were both really nervous, I could tell. But when I get nervous, I talk a lot. And I feel like he is more quiet. He almost was just staring at me. Conversation started flowing once we got to brunch. And then at the end, he asked me if I wanted to do anything else, to spend a little more time together. We decided to go to the mall, walk around for a little bit, and then we went to the movies. We went to go watch Hard Eyes, which was supposed to be a scary movie. We were talking and flirting. It was more like we got really comfortable with each other. And then after that, it was time to go. So he dropped me off, and then we just continued texting, and we've been texting ever since. So that was a Tuesday, and then we decided to see each other yesterday, which was a Friday. So we had been talking nonstop ever since our first date, and you know, he told me you should come over Friday. So after my dance class, I headed out and I went to his place. We hung out, we watched the show, and we had fun. Well, this is awkward. We're gonna forget about that guy. It is March 12th, and I'm getting ready to go on a date. Okay, but before I tell you anything, outfit check. Is it giving what it's supposed to give? Because it's not. You let me know. Okay, so I actually matched with this guy exactly a year ago. He had just got here from Colombia 3 months prior. I immediately saw him and I was like, weak for Colombians. Started following each other on Instagram and we were messaging or whatever. He asked me how many kids I had and I told him 2. And he was like, man, I've always wanted a girl. And I was like, well, baby, you got 2 now. He was like, I will take that responsibility. And I was like, and then after that, I don't know what the fuck happened. We stopped messaging. I didn't even realize it had been a year because every time I would see him, I'd be like, why did he give up on me? Friend told me to get on Facebook dating, which is where the last guy was found. And he popped up. He liked me. And I was like, swipe. This man did not message me. I sent him a message and I was like, are you scared of me or what? Because he was liking all my Instagram stories. So I was like, are you scared of me or what? It was like 1 in the morning. Me horny. He was like, Brenda, you know, I really like you. But in Spanish, he's like, Brenda, se sabe que me encanta. Say that again in voice text. You can kidnap me with a Colombian goddamn. He's like, venga pa acá pues. I think I'm just gonna leave my hair how it is. Because if I curl it again, like I did it in the morning, it's gonna look like I tried too hard. And I just wanna be like, yeah.
One of the hardest things about trying to date and trying to find like a suitable man is that I don't think I'll ever find anybody as funny and silly and goofy and fun as my 3 best girlfriends. And they're taken. So I don't know what am I supposed to do?
Where are you from?
Poland.
If I wanted to take you on a first date, what's the most I should spend on it?
It's never mind. I can go to McDonald's. Like, I can go for a walk. You can spend $0.
Right.
It's about, again, respect, communication, the way how you treat me, and just if you are nice and put actually an effort to invite me somewhere, not me invite you.
So if we had chemistry and I said, hey, let's just hang out and go to the park together, you're fine with that?
Yes, 100%.
But why not a $400 first date at Nobu or Gecko?
Because it doesn't matter. For me, it doesn't matter. I don't want to see your money. I want to see you. If you talk with me, like with respect, and you're interesting, like about me, myself, like, you know, then that's fine. I don't need your money. I am not like that. Like, I'm cool with just walking with that person and just sitting somewhere and just talk. I prefer to talk. I will add rich heart, no rich wallet.
So a couple of weeks ago, a guy approached me. Of course, I did what all girls do. Assumed he was a sexually charged pig, screams, I have a boyfriend, before he could even get a word out. Rolled my eyes, threatened to call the cops, and immediately relocated to a different spot in the coffee shop just so I could post a TikTok about it. Kidding. Here's how I actually handled it. I could sense this man's anxiety instantly, so I knew that there was romantic intent. But I entertained it how I would entertain any normal conversation. I let him introduce himself, I introduced myself, and made some brief small talk. It wasn't hard to establish very early on that I live nearby with my boyfriend without ruining the conversation and his day. And maybe now this man won't be so nervous to approach other women. You might ask why I entertain a conversation with this guy if I have a boyfriend. Well, it's because I'm not a hypocrite. If I was single, I would hate it if women in relationships were being rude to single men because it would make them less likely to approach me. I'm not going to be part of the reason why men don't want to approach women anymore. If we want the modern dating world to change for the better, we as women have a duty to make these initial interactions that are already very intimidating for men as unintimidating as possible.